I don't think you've missed anything. Basically, collisions were off on the old one. So, right. Grid is the same, so the qualifying stream will just be used for the last one. I mean, we're still loading in Guernsey Wi-Fi. It's just inevitable, really. Please wait. Yes, I am. I am doing. I'm not going to do predictions again because I've already done those on the last stream. So you know. Come on. Right, there we go. SSR Hamilton was disqualified from the formation lap. Okay. Apparently it's glitched again. I will just whack an invite to Bad F1 Opinions. Bad F1 Opinion. If this loads. Bad F1 Opinion, here he is. Send invite. Right, good. So, formation lap moment. Oh, he's not even in here. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure he'll be able to race, to be honest. That's a shame, but... right, here we are. 14 drivers. Then on the grid as Sam Cole crashes on the formation lap. That's very nice of him. Yeah, right. I'll just... Why does it say Samolicious there in P2? What is going on here? Right, well, apparently I'm in P2. Right, well, here we are. I have no idea what's going on there. I assume that's meant to say V2X Combat, but it doesn't. That is incredibly confusing. I'll be back in a minute to see if there's anything wrong with this. Oh, no, I won't. I'll do the start. Because otherwise, that would be stupid. Okay, right, streamer's working. That's what I needed to check. Here we go, then. Everyone's lined up on the grid. Starting lights aren't coming on. That's good. Thank you, Codemasters. Greatly appreciated. But here we go, then. Coming out to the start of the race. Lights are coming on now. And it's lights out and away we go in Netherlands. Sam Cole gets an excellent start from P1. Oh, lovely timing glitch. Thank you very much, game. Behind him, me, apparently. Not quite sure what's going on here. Oh, no, this is chaos. Okay, Aid and V2 make a bit of contact. Where it says Samolicious, you'll just have to pretend it says Aid. It's not actually me. I'm not actually driving. Timing glitch is making this very difficult for me, but I can assure you that Sam Cole is still in the lead. He's kept his pole position. There's a big accident at the back involving one of the AlphaTauri cars, I believe. Or is that Axe? No, it's not Axe. It is Brute Gorgon, one of the AlphaTauris. Axe down in P12. Honestly, he made the gamble to start on the medium, but there we go. Timing is back. So, now I can have a look at all of this. We've seen Sam Cole. He's got a great start from pole. He's stuck with that position. And then Aid, he's going to be delighted with that. He's gone up to second place. That's some good points for him. TRT Seed, he's getting 2 points. V2X Combat, not Samolicious. That's a really weird glitch. I've never seen that before. He is losing 2 places. He's down to 4th. He's not going to be too happy with that. He was really looking to improve his championship chances this race. Not sure why we're seeing blue flags there. Louis M, he's in 5th, he's gained a position. That's very good for him with Jabo directly behind him. He's gained 2 positions. TRT Wallman, he didn't have a great start. He's lost 4 positions as we come on to lap 3 then. And then Edgar's behind. Oh, did I miss a pass? Right. No, I didn't miss a pass for the lead. It's just broken. Sam Cole is still in the lead of the race. You can see Aid just miles behind him now. He's winning by a significant margin. Can't tell you how long because the game's broken. 1.7 seconds. There we go. I'm going to take a drink of water because I've been shouting. Right. Louis M then. He's in 5th. He's gaining a lot on TRTC. TRTC has had a decent start. He's gained a position. All of the behind Wham and gained position as he didn't have a great start. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but Axe then, he's into the points. He started also P10 on those medium tyres, and he did make contact with Edgars there. That was definite contact. Not sure whether he got any damage from it. Doesn't look like it. That is very lucky for Axe though. No, but Harrison makes the move. Maybe he did get damage. SSR Hamilton gets past him at the final corner. That's going to be a big hit to Axe there. He's down to P11. He's out of the points entirely. DRS enabled then. As V2 making a move on Aid then here. Yes, V2 making a move on Aid. Aid taking the inside line. They're wheel to wheel coming into turn 4. And he makes the move as FH is out of the session. Not quite sure we can see what happens. Oh, retired in the pits, I believe, did FH. Although he seems to be leaving the pits. That's interesting. His AI is leaving the pits, but there we go. Right. Sam Cole leading by plenty margin. V2 did manage to get past both Ferraris to take back that second place from GSR. That's crucial for the championship battle for second place. A's not going to be happy to lose that place to V2. Again, it's not actually me in the Haas ahead. That's V2X Combat. It's just broken Twitch. Louis M. He's all over Seed, and they make contact coming into the chicane then. But he's still on the inside. He's really sticky with this one, Louis M. He's determined to make that move stick. Still side by side then coming into the penultimate corner. Has to back out though. Really not an overtaking position. He gets curved. That's put Jabal all over the back of him. He's going to be chuffed with that one, is Jabal. But yes, here we go, making the move on Louis M. In 5th place. But Louis is defending very nicely here. They're wheel to wheel once again. As, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Splendid. I think things are going very well today. Oh, Finn, you are a gentleman. Thank you very much, Finn. Absolute legend. Yeah, okay, no, he didn't. Right. I'm going to wait till I've definitely left. Because I don't want to glitch join. Right, okay, here we go. Let's join. Whew. I'm not having much luck with this commentary today. So, I'll just fill you in on what happened at the start. Sam Cole, he's extended a massive advantage into the lead of this race as we join back to the lobby. V2X Combat, though losing a few positions initially, he's managed to get back into P2. I assume he's still in P2. I can't be too sure as I'm joining the session. And then the two Ferraris of Aid and Seed follow him for P3 and 4. And Jabal just made a move for P5 and then are disconnected. Which is what we love to see. It's what we love to see. I'm really hoping that everything stayed the same and I haven't missed a 3-car pile-up and causing a safety car. Although that would just be my luck, really, wouldn't it? Right, here we are then. Sam Cole still in the lead with... that's not me. That is V2 behind him. It's a decent gap between these two then. We will just get everything up here that we did have on. Sam Cole sets a new fastest lap. I'm not sure why the interval isn't working. That's really annoying. There we go. By 3 seconds he's leading now. Louis seems to be closest. Oh, here comes Harrison around the outside of Edgars. They're side by side still coming up to turn 3. But Harrison does get the best line here. But Edgars still pushing for that position. Can't quite make it work though. Although he's still there. I believe there may be some contact in the back there. But Harrison does get repassed by Edgars for that position. Harrison, he's had a decent start. He's gained 2 places. Jabbo, I'd say he's definitely had the best start out of everyone. He's up to 4. He's made some great moves so far this race. Up into P4. He must have passed Seed in the time that I was disconnected. Up 4 positions. Whamman not had the best start. He's lost 4 positions. But there is a bit of a train forming between P5 and P7. These three are really in a very closely knit battle as Fruity gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Axe then, he started on the mediums, did Axe, after a gambling qualifying, maybe not paying off for him. He's last of people that haven't pitted yet. He is going to be disappointed with that, is Axe. Obviously in the lead of the championship, he's leading by 81 points. And his biggest competition is V2X Combat in second place. He's going to be gaining a lot of points. He's going to be gaining so much on Axe. As Aid then, up in third place. He is starting, he's not gaining, he's not falling too much back from V2 either. Jabal then, really going to be wanting to make this move. Aid is in P3 in the championship at the moment, only 20 points off V2, so he's not going to be wanting V2 to extend that gap any further going to the last 4 rounds of the season. We've got TRT Seed. He's stayed in the same place. First 7 laps, I should say. Not just start. It's not the start anymore. But Whammon is starting to get all over the back of him. And Louis M, he's going to be looking at the move soon as well. Whammon, I believe, may have just passed. Yeah, Whammon did just pass Louis M. I must have missed that, sadly. But it's still a big battle brewing. We can ride on board with the back of it here. On an Axe and SSR Hamilton side by side then. Coming through the chicane, so close between these two. Axe on the medium. In fact, Axe on the mediums. Harrison on the softs. So close between these two, but Axe does get into the points playing positions finally. TRT Whammon then. Oh, look at this. Up here. Jabbo side by side with Aid. Aid just manages to keep that position. Seems to be a lap for Brute Gorgon there. He seems to be ghosted. I assume he's left the session. Oh, inside each other. Look at that. Jabal right behind him though, he's lost out on that one quite a bit. Whammon then, he's again still on the back of Seed. Louis M has lost out to both of them. He's been passed by Edgars as well now. Not going to be too happy with that is Louis M. Whammon though, he is sticking on the back of Seed here. He's not had the best luck today in ARL. He's going to be wanting to redeem himself here in GSR. And is so close to the rear wheel here of Seed. He's got DRS open, not using overtake. But he's going to see if he can outbrake him here. He can't quite, but he's going to be in a really, really great position. Coming along to the start finish straight as TRT Immortal gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits warnings. Whammon then will stay looking at him as we come along. Oh, he did get a bit squirrely through the penultimate corner there though. He's got DRS open, not using. He's gaining and gaining on the back of Seed, but he's not going to be close enough to pull off a move into turn 1. May have made a tiny bit of contact there though. He's lost a bit, and Edgars is now joining the fight along with the 2 Mercedes cars. This is a really great battle as Whammon locks up going on the exit of turn 3, and Immortal passes Louis. The 2 Mercedes scrapping it out. Now Immortal's had a great start, gained 5 positions from his grid spot. And look at this, so close now. This is fantastic racing here in GSR. Whammon then, still battling for that P5. He's trying everything he can. Almost contact between the 2 drivers there. So closely matched between these 2. As Axe is also, oh, and Axe spins! Axe spins around, excuse the voice crack, that was horrible. Axe spins around, trying to make a move on Louis M. He's not going to be happy with that one, and Harrison has spun around as well. Both drivers that were in a battle, both spin around 2 corners. Whammon though, he's going to be looking to make the move now. He's coming around the last corner, almost bump drafting Seed here. It's around the outside, gets to the inside. Going to be side by side then, but Whammon will have the inside line going into turn 1, and he does. Whammon gets 5th place as Jabbo passes GSR 8 for P3 around the outside of turn 2, and there we go. Jabbo P3, he can gain on V2X Combat now. Not SAMOLICIOUS, that's me. Still don't know why it says that. It's the weirdest glitch I've ever seen with this. We have got though now GSR 8 down to P4. He's going to be losing more and more points to V2 up at the top of the table now. But Edgars is on Seed now. Seed seems to have lost momentum, but look at this. The 2 Mercedes cars battling it out through the start of Sector 2. So close between these 2. TRT Immortal and Louis M. Louis M has been losing places in recent laps. Wondering if he's starting to struggle on the tyres, but he's making the move on Immortal, and it's a fantastic move. Side by side, DRS over for both drivers then. Immortal just able to hang on. Oh, and they crash! The 2 teammates crash! I don't believe it! Oh my word! Right, this is incredible. The two Mercedes cars crash into the wall and a VSC comes out. Lost front wing for both the drivers, left side. Oh, such a shame for both of them. Immortal's having a great race. But he's going to have to pit a front wing change, as are a lot of people. Edgar's and Seed. And I also believe, yes, so did V2 as Immortal retires from the session, I assume in the pits, given up after that accident. Big shame for the two Mercedes drivers. TRT Whammon, though, he's back up into 4th after that. Although, yes, it is. It's starting to rain. It is starting to rain, and let's have a look at what tyres they've changed onto. Some of them have changed onto dries. Those that have changed onto slick tyres, just as it's starting to rain. That is going to be TRT Seed. He's on brand new hards. That is going to really be a big knock to him. Not sure whether the game did that or whether he chose to do that. But it is definitely starting to light rain. Maybe going to be on the cusp of dries and wets. Let's see how those inters are faring. They do seem to be slower at the moment, but it will surely start raining heavier very soon. The slicks do seem to be quicker at the moment, though, with Axe gaining more and more on V2 here. Obviously, his championship rival this season. V2, not sure whether he's changed to inters too early here. May well have done. It seems to definitely still be slick conditions here. Yeah, and just proving that, Seed passes Edgar's on those new hard tyres. Oh, and Edgar's immediately falling back. This is going to be really interesting to see what tyres are quickest here. But here comes Axe then. The RS not quite able to be open. And you know, maybe the crossover point is now. Axe is starting to... Oh, it's going to be really close between these two now. Seemingly on the quicker tyres, and he makes the move, and he makes... Yes, he pulls it off. Side by side then, and Axe has made the move work on those slick tyres. Obviously, top 4 all also on slick soft tyres there. All seem to be on maybe a better strategy. Obviously, they don't have a VSC to pit under. Well, you never know, but they have odds against them of having a VSC to pit under. But it's whether those drivers on the inters lose so much time by pitting early that they're not going to benefit from it at all. You do have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Not too sure why that is. Ah, that would be it. It's Edgar's going wide. Not quite sure why it was in the other part of the track then, but believe that was it. And look, 2 seconds already separate V2 and Axe. That is really interesting. Seeing that these slick tyres are definitely the quicker tyre in these conditions, and the people on the inters are losing so much time now. That would be, you know, Sam Cole. He's got a massive gap, 8.2 seconds in the lead. He's on brand new softs. No, not brand new, sorry. He's on old softs, but they're dry tyres. The quickest tyre at the moment as Axe pits. Axe pits for intermediate tyres. Axe must have decided that they are the best tyre to be on at the moment after all. He does have a front wing change. Didn't quite spot the damage on. Axe must have been when he went off battling with SSR Hamilton. And speaking of SSR Hamilton, he has retired. Not quite sure whether that... Yes, safety car! Safety car has come out now! And the top 4 must be jumping for joy. That has not benefited Axe in the slightest. And let's see... Yes, there it is. He just must have just hit the wall. Louis M pits again. He's got brand new inters, but he does come back into the pits. Sam Cole is fallen straight into his hands. This race win. He was in the lead already. The safety car has come out at the perfect time to change onto intermediates. Just as I was saying, they don't have a VSC to pit under. They've got something better. They've got a full safety car. Fantastic here, as SSR Hamilton had an accident along the pit straight. Only 11 drivers remain, which is a shame, as Brute Gorgon gets a penalty for speeding the pit lane, which surprised me because I thought he was in AI, but there we go. Sam Cole then onto those intermediates, and he's miles in the lead then. Sam Cole, it's fallen right into his hands once again I say that. It's fallen right into his hands here in the Netherlands. Whammon then, he comes in, everyone putting on intermediate tyres, and Aid appears to have jumped Jabbo in the pit stops. He's going to be delighted with that to get ahead of him. And the TRTC gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. That's a... Although I say that, doesn't... Oh, it's because he's serving it in the pit stop. Sam Cole, though, here he is, leading a fantastic race, frankly. A fantastic race for him. Indeed. Axe, this has not benefited him at all. He pitted just before the safety car came out. Whether it was too early is hard to say. He could have been struggling, but he was on the mediums rather than the soft. So it seems he may have just made an incredibly unlucky strategy call then. Ahead of him is his championship rival, V2X Combat. So, you know, maybe he should have pitted earlier. Maybe I was wrong. Because obviously Vita did actually pit for those inters before Axe did. But here we go then, the top 3 following the safety car, top 4 following the safety car now. And it's been actually a really, really good start to this race here in the Netherlands for GSR. 14 out of 36 laps have been completed here. You've had a VSC and a safety car so far, 2 out of the 5 available. Maybe 3 out of the 5, I'm not sure. Maybe there was one when I wasn't actually in the lobby. But yeah, I will just run you through the griddle. Oh, you are joking. Right. Right, well, this isn't the worst time to disconnect. Right. Wow. Fantastic. Absolutely spiffing. I have predictably disconnected. We should be able to join pretty quickly, hopefully. Oh, go away. I don't care about Sam Cole celebrating on the podium. Oh, my word. Get a move on. I really hope safety car isn't in this lap. If it is, I'm going to miss some good action. Right, well, I'm sorry about this. Once again, Guernsey Wi-Fi is saying hello. Doing its little party trick. We'll just have a look at the Zandvoort circuit, shall we? I was about to run you through what's happened in the race so far with the position changes. But now that everything's broken again... Right. Oh, my word, and I don't have it. Right. I will just message some people asking for an invite. Hoping that it hasn't restarted yet. Really hoping that it hasn't restarted yet. If it has, I'm screwed, frankly. Right. Do you know what? If it isn't, I will just run you through what's happened already. Sam Cole, he started on pole. He had a massive lead when the safety car came out, and he boxed for intermediates. That puts him very, very nicely in the lead of the race. FH very nicely inviting me there. Thank you very much, Finn. You're a legend. That puts him in a very, very nice lead. A very sexy lead, you could say. Ahead of second place. I'm getting spammed with invites now, which is very useful for when I inevitably disconnect next time. Here we go then. We're loading back in. Really, really hope the safety car hasn't come in yet, because that would be really annoying. Oh, I can hear myself on my phone. That was unexpected. Right. Here we go then. Please wait. We're loading into the thing. At last. Baby. Yes, here we go. Okay. Safety car actually isn't in yet. Thank goodness. Now I can actually run you through it. Sam Cole, he's in a very comfortable lead. He's had... TLT Arthur has dropped. Huh. Oh, TLT Arthur has left the session. So, he's got a very comfortable lead. He's definitely seems to be the strongest person here on the track. He's going to be really looking for this win. GSR follows him then. I will just message Finn saying thank you, actually. Right. Here we go then. Safety car is coming in this lap. We've got Sam Cole from GSR, from Jabo, from Whammon, from V2X Combat, from GSR, and GSR Axe F1. Safety car then. Finally coming in. Quite glad it's taken this long, but backing the pack up a lot is Sam Cole here. He's, oh my word, really backing the pack up. Everyone then Well, you can see that's how many people are left. He's still not gone, has Sam Cole. He's doing a boss ass at Mugello, it seems. And here he goes, back to racing speed. And GSR 8, oh, and Whammon gets a penalty. 5-second penalty for a collision. But there we go, Sam Cole gets a dream safety car restart there. Along with, although Aid looking to make a move maybe. Arthur joins again. But there we go, Edgars is off in the background there. But here we go, Jabbo looking to make a move on Aid even. Three-way battle for the lead here. Aid again, he's all over the back of Sam Cole. Conditions, obviously, these are conditions that they haven't been in all race, and on the safety car restart, they are racing wheel to wheel in them. Really interesting battling going on here then. Louis M was right side by side with C, but seems to have dropped back again now. 3/10 then separate the top two. Less than a second separate top three. It's going to be really, really close then coming into the next few laps. It'll be interesting to see if Aid and Jabal can take maybe the lead here. Sam Cole really wanting to stick onto this race lead. Going to be looking for the win. But Jabal, oh, 1/10 of a second behind Aid then going into the braking zone. This could be close for P2 in the race. Lovely drone shot there as Jabbo, we can see, gaining so much into the second to last corner on GSR 8. 5/10 separate the two now, and it's getting less and less. Let's have a look if he's using overtake. Actually isn't, he's got loads of overtake saved though. Have a look at the position changes. Jabbo, he's had a fantastic race. He's gained 5 places, maybe even more quite soon. Louis M, I believe, again making moves on TRTC. He wasn't quite able to pull it off this time. Although Fruity is looking at the back of him now. Fruity looking for that P8. Still, less than half a second separates second and third. Oh, say that now, more than half a second. But there is a really big battle going on at the front. Sam Cole maybe not as confident in these conditions as he was in the dry. He created a massive lead very quickly in the dry, seemingly struggling to do that in the intermediate conditions that we have here. Here we go. Less than a second separate most drivers on the grid. It's really good racing that safety car created then. And it's really close battling here further down the grid. Brute Gorgon seemingly pushed onto the curb there as he's battling Fruity. He's going to be looking to make the move into the long left-hander here. Not quite able to pull it off. Fruity stays ahead there with Louis ahead of them. TRT Whammon, he's gained on Jabal loads. Whammon with no points so far this season in Tier 1. This could be fantastic for him in the championship. Aid though, still, Sam Cole can't shake him. He's looking like a real threat to the race win for Sam. These tyres should go to the end. Intermediate and wet tyres last an age on this game. So these tyres will, I assume, be going to the end. So these are battles we'll be seeing till the checkered flag, unless we see another safety car, of course, which I wouldn't rule out. And I say that, Louis M's around. He has spun. That's a big shame for him. Going backwards. Oh. Yeah, that's... Oh, he's been disqualified. Right. Well, he's disqualified for going the wrong way. That's not a... And there he goes. Interesting way of turning himself around there. Sam Cole then. He is in the lead. GSR 8 still not able to shake GSR 8 in second place. Or even Jabbo. Only just a second separate the top 3. Oh no, sorry. 1.6 seconds separate the top 3. So close here. It's going to be... Oh, and there... Yeah, there goes Whammon. Whammon has spun around on the exit there. That's a big shame for Whammon. He had a fantastic race, especially off the start. He had gained loads of positions from his grid spot. Sadly, was not to be. He spins around. Obviously, only 10 drivers left now, so wherever they finish, every driver will get points that does finish. Real shame to be getting this attendance in Tier 1, of course. We would like to have a full grid, but sometimes just can't work out like that. GSR 8, still only 7/10 back from Sam Cole. He's really, really pushing the Haas driver here. And Jabal behind him as well. He's putting good challenges to Aid. He's not dropping back even when he loses DRS. So it seems to be really, really good battle brewing up at the front here. TRT Whammon, he's down there. He's 8/10 behind Edgar's though. Obviously after that spin, not entirely sure if he's got damage or not. I don't believe he does. No, I think he managed to keep it out of the wall, which is very, very lucky for him. He seems to be the closest man on the track, so we'll have a look at this battle then. Whammon 4/10 off Edgar's, coming into the chicane. Obviously no DRS in these conditions, so they need to rely entirely on their overtake button and slipstream, but he has got 100% overtake charge. He uses a tiny bit of it there. No, he doesn't, sorry, that's just normal ERS, but here we go. Coming around the final corner, he's 6/10 back. He's really going to be wanting to make this move for 8th place. He's going to want those extra points after that spin. He's going to be wanting to carve his way back through the field the best he can. Still not using overtake mode. Interestingly, he's still 3/10 back through there. Oh, and it's so close. Almost bumper to bumper then. Coming into turn 2 then, it's even closer. 1/10 separate the two. Is he going to dart to the inside? No, he's going around the outside of turn 3. Darting to the inside on the exit, but not quite enough to be able to get ahead of him here. Still loads of ERS charged up in there. You appear to just let him through. Fair enough. I mean, not quite sure what happened to Edgar's there. Oh. I assume Fruity has damage back here. By that, yes, he does. He's lost his front right end plate. Big shame for Fruity in this race. He will obviously still get a point, finishing 10th place down there. Jabal, though, he's 6/10 back. 7/10 now. It's really close now. Jabal has gained a bit on Aid, and Aid has gained a bit on Sam Cole. All of these three could have still a strong chance of the race win here. In fact, Vito and Axe, you never know what could happen. We could have another safety car and see those two carve their way through. TRT Seed, though, all over the back of Axe F1 now. It's going to be a really close battle, I think. Axe, obviously, leader of the championship by 61 points. Really interesting going into the end of this race, how that plays out. Sam Cole then in the lead of this race. It would be his first win of this season here in Tier 1 at GSR. As Fruity retires from the session, seemingly around the last corner. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, whether he's crashed or whether he has just retired. Let's hope he hasn't just retired on track, because that could cause a safety car or an upset of some sort. Doesn't look like it is. Just yellow flags through Sector 3. May well have used all of the VSCs and safety cars so far. Maybe Aid will be disappointed with that. He might have wanted a second chance during a restart, although he is now less than 6/10 for a moment there behind Sam Cole. Sam Cole not able to shake Aid, and Aid has more ERS than him as well, but there he seemed to lose a lot of time through penultimate and last corner. Not sure if Aid made a mistake, but that's going to set Jabal up a lot. As Fruity leaves the session, that's going to properly set Jabal up for a move into turn 1. Not quite able to make it happen, but into turn 2 here, he will be gaining more and more as Whammon appears to be off again. Yes, Whammon is off again. Is he going to dart into the pits? He is. Not sure whether he'll retire here, but I mean, hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he sticks it out for the rest of the race. To the 2 viewers that are watching, thank you for sticking around. I know only 9 people are left. It's slightly disappointing, but it's been a good race so far, I think, with some good battles up towards the front. Jabal, he's still gaining on Aid. He's 7/10, 6/10 now behind him. So close between these two. Jabal, he's not... Jabal in the championship is in 7th. He's got 53 points compared to Aid with 86 points. Aid, though, is challenging at the moment V2X Combat for his 2nd place. Or Aid obviously will close the gap here, along with V2X Combat will close the gap slightly, very slightly on GSR Axe here. Oh, GSR Axe, on Axe here. That's going to be a habit that I'm never going to get out of. But yeah, seemingly with 12 laps left of the race, everything seems to have fizzled out of it. Everyone seems to have spread out. So, not really much I can talk about at the moment. TRT Seed and Brute Gorgon are the two closest drivers at the moment. There's still a pretty big gap between those two. So here we go. Axe may have made a mistake around turn 2 then that allowed TRTC to gain on him a bit more. Aid has gained some time back on Sam Cole after he made that mistake. Not sure whether Aid's managing to sort his tyres out better, or whether... Oh, but Brute Gorgon makes a move on TRTC as... Oh. Madness. Right. Only the 4th time it's happened. So, Nice. Nice game. Nice Wi-Fi. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me go back to the home screen, please, so I can join the... Yeah. Yeah. Right. Enjoy some pictures of Zandvoort whilst everything goes wrong again. Got nice corner there. You got another nice corner there. Yes. Right. Here you go then. Let's... it's... Yeah. There we go. There's an ad of the virtual Grand Prix, which is the most interesting thing on my screen at the moment. Right. Spectate. Hey. Everything is going great. I think you'll all agree. 3 people watching. Thank you for being loyal GSR fans. There are 8 people left now. As you can see. Which, frankly, is not what you love to see. But Sam Cole is in the lead of the race. I do believe Aid has gained on him in the time that I've been out. No position changes have, so haven't missed too much exciting stuff. Out of the 8 drivers left, right, well, we've got 10 laps left, 8 drivers left, and no battles. So, everything is going splendidly. Sam Cole then in the lead of the race. GSR 8 follows him by 8/10. Hasn't really gained too much. Seems to be a bit of a train forming between this lot. BTS Combat in 4th, not SAMOLICIOUS. Really don't get that glitch. With Axe directly behind him. Then we have TRT Seed and Brute Gorgon trying to get a battle, but it's Zandvoort, so they can't. And Edgar's miles back in last. We have got a bit of a train, although Aid gained a bit on Sam Cole. Oh, he seems to have lost the rear a bit there. Most interesting thing that's going to happen this lap. Yeah, we may as well ride on board with Aid for a bit then, because nothing else is happening. So GSR 8 then, he is in 3rd place in the championship at the moment. He's going to be gaining on 2nd place more and more with this result. 2nd place V2, of course. V2 down in 4th, 2.8 seconds behind. He seems pretty rock solid in that position at the moment. A lot of these drivers will be hoping for safety cars. I'm not too sure if we've already used all of our safety cars. And even if there are only 8 drivers, so, I mean, the chances of someone causing them are pretty low, so we're looking like we're going to be seeing a bit of a procession towards the end of this race. But, you know, he is only 7 tenths back now. He has gained a tiny bit in the last lap. When I say a tiny bit, I mean 3 tenths. That's quite a lot. But I'm wondering if Sam Cole is starting to struggle on these tyres slightly. Seems to be okay from what I'm seeing, but, you know, he is definitely gaining GSR 8. You know, maybe towards the end we are going to be seeing some close racing, but even if we do see close racing, there's no DRS, so there won't be any moves. 7.5 tenths separate the two now, or 8 tenths now. Seems to be Aid has his parts of the circuit and Sam Collins his parts of the circuit. I imagine it will be like that for the last, what, 8 laps of the race. 6 tenths now, it's the closest they've been in a while, to be fair. Maybe Sam Cole is starting to struggle on those tyres. 5 tenths. Ooh, Sam Cole maybe starting to make some more mistakes under pressure from Aid. Yeah, 5.5 tenths separate the two now. The close they've been for a while. Aid has about the same amount of VRS as Sam Cole does. He's using overtake mode, decided against it as he was just a bit too far back. Maybe wanting to save some for when he is a lot closer, but it seems to have dropped back a bit. Maybe he won't get that opportunity again. Could have been the best he had, but I mean, seems to have a lot better pace than Sam Cole in that last lap. So it will be interesting whether he can gain and make that move in the closing stages of the race. But Brute Gorgon, he's all over the back of TRT Seed now. Really close between these two. Seems to have pulled away a bit now, though. GSR 8, this is really the battle we're wanting to watch for P1. 6 tenths separate the two. Jabo, he's going to be looking to get that second place, but it seems to be a bit too far back at the moment. Aid, though, he's had a great race. He's gained 2 places from where he started. Obviously, ahead of him started Whammon and V2. He's had a decent strategy, got quite lucky with the safety car timing. But, you know, he is gaining more and more, and this gaining is letting Jabal gain as well. We're going to have a very close battle for the podium positions, I believe, towards the end. Maybe getting closer and closer as we get towards the end of the race. Anything could still happen here at Zandvoort. I thought this was going to be a boring end, but maybe not, as Axe gets another 3-second time penalty for track limits. The closest they've been yet then. 3.5 tenths separate the top two. It's going to be getting closer every lap, I think. Every lap we're going to be seeing another slightly better attempt from Aid to make the move. It did seem to go quite deep into turn 3 there. That's put him back 6 tenths from Sam Cole. Lap 30 of 36 here at Zandvoort, and we're finally seeing a battle for the lead. Sam Cole hasn't been able to shake Aid like he did on the soft tyres. Maybe struggling on the intermediates, obviously very, very comfortable with this track, but these tyres maybe not quite as good, as Seed gets a penalty for exceeding track limits. Javo is actually closer to Aid than Aid is to Sam Cole for the first time in a very long time. This could really is hotting up towards the end of the race here at Zandvoort. It's going to be so close between these three towards the end. 6 tenths separate them now. Who's got more ERS? Sam Cole does. He's going to probably be using it to get away from Aid here, and he does. Aid can't gain as it is. Trouble with this track, very difficult to gain and very difficult to overtake. Up in a row like that, we've had Hungary and then Zandvoort, fantastic. Here comes it. You know, Aid still has a good chance, and in fact, Jabal still has a good chance. Just needs Sam Cole to make a mistake and Aid to follow him for anything to happen here. But you know, Sam Cole hasn't made a mistake all race, so for the chance of that happening now, when he's so close to his first victory this season, seems to be pretty low. GSR 8 though, he has raced a great race, undeniably, but Sam Cole has just raced an even better one. He's been one step ahead of everybody throughout this whole race so far. He's not made a single mistake, and he's just been completely on his game the whole time. Maybe he is struggling a bit on these tyres, but I mean, is he massively showing it? He's quite comfortably in the lead here by actually quite some margin. Yeah, the gap is getting bigger and bigger every lap. There was that small chance where there was 3/10 between the top two, but it seems now that Aid has dropped back too much from Sam Cole. 5 laps remain then. Here. Yes, 5 laps. Oh, and Aid goes wide. Aid does make a mistake. And Jabbo takes second place. And he can try and launch a charge on Sam Cole. 1.4 seconds now, 1.3 seconds. He immediately takes time out of Sam Cole's lead. Fantastic for Jabbo and for his championship fight. He's down in 7th. This will put him way up into 5th or maybe even 4th position. This finish up from 7th in the championship. He's already taken time out of Sam Cole's lead. 1.2 seconds, 1.1 seconds now. He's in the lead by. He's going to be close to getting attacked again. Sam Cole maybe even struggling more and more on those tyres, taking a very different line to what he was when Aid was following him. The tyres seem to be dropping off. Jabbo and Sam do seem to have pretty similar amounts of ERS left in their store, but Jabbo just seems to have more pace on these tyres. He's not been trying to gain on him for, 10 laps like Aid did. Oh no. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, I thought I disconnected again. That was terrifying. Okay, 9/10 then between the top two. Sam Cole into turn 1 in the lead, still over a second, but only just over a second. A single mistake from Sam here will cost him the win, and he knows that. He's going to be pushing as hard as he can to get this win. He's going to want it really badly, because, this will put him really well. This is actually going to introduce a very interesting battle between maybe Sam Cole and Jabbo in the championship. It's going to put them very, very close to each other. Only 10 points away from each other at the moment. It's going to bring them further up the field and will close the gap between them to, I believe, 3 points. There we go, quick maths. 7.5 tenths now. Jabbo is gaining a lot. Whether he can do it in time is another question. He's going to be trying to pressure Sam Cole into a mistake. He's going to be willing every lap for Sam Cole to make any kind of mistake. He's going to be finding a way for him to maybe outbrake him, maybe pressure him more and more. The more he pressures him, the more likely he is to make a mistake. It's a really, really interesting last couple of laps we've got going here as 5/10 separate the top two between the AlphaTauri and the Haas. Seems to be pulling away again now though, Sam Cole. Yeah, definitely has more ERS then. Further down the order though, V2 may have gone off a bit there, may have missed that. Looking for Jabbo. Yeah, Jabbo, best finish so far this season. He's got 2 third-place finishes. He's going to be really looking to keep the second or maybe even pressure for the win here. Could be his first win this, I think, ever in GSR. I'm not entirely sure about that fact, but I believe it will be his first win in GSR. Oh, he's so close to Sam Cole now, though. Literally, hardly anything separates these two on pace at this point. But, I mean, other than the fact that Sam Cole, it's so easy to defend around this track compared to attacking. As long as you can make your car as wide as you can quite safely defend quite well without being seen as being dirty. It's going to be so close between these two. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the warnings that they have. Sam Cole, without a warning all race. Jabbo, also without one. Neither of the drivers have a warning, so neither of them are likely to get a penalty then, unless they can rack up loads. But only 2 laps remain here then. Only 2 laps remain here in Zandvoort. Everyone on intermediate tyres. We'll just have a quick look at the penalties that people have. 6 seconds for Axe. That's going to put him down into P5, I believe. And TRTZ, though, he's had 3 stops this race, and he's in P5, only 2.9 seconds behind Axe. Axe really not had the best race, didn't have the best quali, hasn't had the best race either. As Aid gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limits excursions. But here we go then. Only a lap and a half to go. And Jabal is gaining more and more on Sam Cole. He's going to be looking to get every single part of dry line he can get. He's going to be wanting to trick Sam Cole into any mistake he can possibly force him into making. 6/10 separate the two then. Coming into the final sector of the penultimate lap. Seems to be getting closer and closer, but, you know, 1 lap left. He's going to be desperately pushing Sam Cole to make that mistake he needs. But less than 5/10 then momentarily. So close coming into the last lap, round of the final corner. For the second to last time here. Now this is the last time that they're going to be going into Sector 1, the prime overtaking spot. Oh, and it's going to be so close, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. No, he's going to have to make it perhaps in a different place if he wants this win. Not close enough into turn 3, which is where we see most overtakes today. But he's closer than he has been ever before, less than 5/10. Such a shame that it's on the last lap. We could have seen some great battles. 3.5 separate the two. We're coming into end of Sector 1 on the final lap, and less than 3/10 between P1 and P2. So close between the two then. And, oh, Jabal pushing so hard now for this win. He knows he can still get it. He just needs Sam Cole to make that one mistake on the final lap of the race. Same lap, same age tyres. None of them have an advantage in the slightest. They've got almost exactly the same amount of VRS deployment. This will just simply rely in the last of the late breakers, and it's going to be Sam. Sam Cole then. He has raced a fantastic race here at Zandvoort. Led from start to finish. Got pole, and he's led every lap of the race. And he is coming around the final corner. Sam Cole. And he wins the race in Zandvoort ahead of Jabal. Both of them, fantastic race with Aid taking home P3. That's so close between the top two at the end. Shame we couldn't see any as... Oh, okay, Axe retires just before the line. Once again, he did the same in Spa. But no, that penalty did put him down into P6. Here comes Vito X Combat into P7 to come across the line here. And finally, Edgar's 47 seconds down here. He's just coming through Sector 2. We're just right on board with him. Why not? He's got a puncture. He's got a puncture, has Edgar's. He's coming home in P8. Doesn't matter anymore. It's the end of the race. He's got a decent amount of points in P8. Shame only 8 people finished. I'm about to say 7 people finished, but no, Axe did finish. Shame only 8 people finished. But here we go. Edgar's comes around the final corner. He's weaving. Take P8 here. And there he goes. So you know, it was a bit of an up and down race. Slightly boring towards the end, but I thought we saw some really great battles towards the start. Bit of a shame that the rain came when it did. I think we could have seen some really great battles forming towards the front. But, I mean, it is what it is. Great race for Sam Cole. He led from start to finish. Great race from Jabal. He gained some good places. And great race from Aid as well. Obviously, with his spin towards the end, he would have liked to do a bit better. He knows that he could have got that race win. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's a podium. He will surely be happy with that. And finally, for real, the race has finished. Rather than me disconnecting, the race has actually finished. Just take a quick screenshot of that. Then I will whack the top 3 invites. I have no idea if this is going to work. Right, let's find out. Hello. Are you able to include... Can you include your audio in my stream? Is it working? That might be AIDS. Right. Great. It's not working. I did do the refresh thing of bitrate. I'm not sure why it's not working. Thank you for watching, everybody. Well done to Sam Cole, Jabal, and Aid on the podium. Fantastic race from Sam. Led from start to finish. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. It's been GSR Tier 1 Round 11 at Zandvoort.